This is the BS4 podcast, and I'm your host, Bria Villa. Hey y'all, welcome back to the BS4 podcast. I'm your host, Bria Villa, and the guest that I have today is quite literally, I think, the most important person in my life. Like, she is literally my platonic soulmate. She's my sister. She's my best friend of best friends. She is the person I'm living with now. I haven't lived with someone in like 10 years. And if I had to live with anyone, it would be her. But I'm so thankful for this woman. I'm so excited for you all to experience her the way I experience her, because you are blessed if you know this woman. Let me tell you, anybody who's ever fumbled this woman, I feel so bad for you. But anywho, but I'm really excited to introduce her because she is so important to me. Y'all are going to be seeing a ton of her on this podcast because we're together 24/7. We share a brain. So please welcome none other than my girl, Natalya. Welcome back, girl, to the BS4 podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, we switched spots. I don't want to hear it. We switched spots. There's reasons for it.
That's what it is.
We traded, but I'm so excited for you to be here.
Me too.
Do you feel like that was a good intro? Is there anything you want the people to know about you?
No, I think you just like nailed it on the head. Like almost made me cry a little bit, but she has a way with her words. Hence why she's doing it.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Well, I want to tell them a little bit about our journey. So if you're tuning in today, I know that majority of episodes are feeling like, you know, a little bit insightful. I always leave a few tips or tricks of things that you can do. Today's just more of like sharing about our journey because I think it's been an interesting one. So I want to talk about our friendship, how we got here, how I just moved all the way across the country on a whim to come do life with you.
Yes.
And just really like girl chat for a sec, just to do it because
because why not?
Because we can. Where did we meet? How did we meet? In the womb. The womb. We were separated at birth.
Yes.
It's so funny. Someone actually came up to me who works in Natalya, and they were like, "Oh my God, I worked with your mom like years ago." And I'm like, "That's not my actual mom." But I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, I know. Like my mom's great." Myrna, if you're watching this, I love you. But her mother is like my second mother. But yeah, we were separated at birth.
Yeah.
And then we reconnected when?
Sophomore year of college.
We spent a long time separated.
Yes. And then
many years searching for each other.
Once we saw each other, we were like, "Oh, sister? No.
Sister? Where have you been? I missed you." We seen each other. It was love at first sight. No, I'm playing. But tell me about it.
This is kind of like long story short.
Yeah. Because long stories can get long.
We were going to a football game together in Phoenix. We were in Tucson. And you were driving us. And I get in the car, don't know her. I'm like, who is this gal? She plays a song. I can't even remember what the song, but it was a song that I was like, I know I'm like this.
I like this girl.
I like this girl. So, and then I just feel like it was love at first sight. Like we just were going to football games together, hanging out, going to dinners. I mean, going out when like we used to do
when we were outside girlies, like a decade ago. But
and then junior year was when you lived alone, right? And then I would just go over all the time.
All the time?
I was pulling her eyelashes out.
Wait, you can't say that if people without context. You're
No.
like, you were doing what? Okay,
guys.
Let me give my context. Then we go get to the eyelash.
Okay.
Yeah, on the reverse, when we first hung out, it's because Alana Alana brought us
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
Shout out Alana. Thank you,
Thank
Lou.
you.
Love you.
Yes.
Alana's also the auntie of my goddaughter now, so like very full circle.
Right.
But
Crazy.
she connected us, and then we get in the car. Before we like met, we followed each other on everything. So like, or no, we followed each other on Twitter, and she would tweet stuff, and I would be like, "Oh, I feel that." And then I would tweet stuff and she would retweet it, and I'd be like, "Oh, like we share a brain."
Yeah.
So then I meet her and I'm like, I already know she's gonna be my friend. Yeah. Like I like went into the car ride like we're gonna be friends. She didn't know that, but I was like, "You're gonna be my friend. You have no choice." But then we ended up actually like organically really becoming friends.
Yeah.
Fast forward. Then we start doing everything together, like
going to the
working
gym
out all the time
yes.
together. Like we're doing workout programs. We actually really connected more because we were we're dating roommates.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I was gonna let you.
There's a little bit of trauma there, just a little. We trauma bonded.
We did.
And then we stayed really close.
Yeah.
She did not pull my eyelashes out. I had got eyelash extensions and I could not get them off and they were driving me crazy. And I'm like a big sensory person. So when something's bothering me, I like
need to fix it.
I lose my mind.
Yeah.
And like these eyelashes were like pinching my eyes. And I was like, Natalya, can you come over and like help me get my eyelashes like off? And she was like, yeah. So she comes over. I'm literally laying in her lap. My head
Picture
in her lap
this.
and my eyes closed. So I'm like laying there. And she's literally taking coconut oil and rubbing the hell out of my eyes and slowly
coconut oil of all things.
My eyelashes off. I come out of that thing, but I'm blinded by the coconut oil.
As you're like feeding me goldfish, mind you.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Yeah.
So she's like, hands are occupied because she's taking my lashes off. I'm using my hands to literally reach up and feed her. It was just, we're just like, that is sister.
And that's just how we knew, like, this is
for life.
Yeah.
This is for life.
Yeah.
And then, so we went to school together.
Mm-hmm.
She graduated a year earlier than me. That last year was the worst year of my life.
So sorry.
She left me. It was rough.
That's when our long distance friendship
started, which was the most treacherous thing that anybody could ever go through, especially when you're like really, really close with someone and this is like your person.
Yeah.
Being away from them all the time is so hard. But like we always... like, we talk literally every day. We would text each other every day and be like, I love you.
Yeah.
I miss you. Like,
don't even have a conversation. Just like
we just would say
pop
that.
in, hey, love you, miss you, okay, bye.
Yeah, literally. Every time. Every day.
FaceTime catch up every other week.
All the time.
Like, yeah.
All the time. And then, like, we went through some crazy, like, life stuff in our friendship. So, like, breakups, health scares... both of us losing family members and grieving. We went through financial trouble. Like, we've really gone through, like, ups and downs. Like, lowest of the lows, like, my most depressed, like, horrible state, like, the toughest, like, version of myself, she sat through with me and, like, been there for me through all of it. Like, if anything, you were, like, a reason why I, like, kept going, you know?
See, here she go again. Like, always trying to make me cry. No, like, actually.
Okay, don't start.
I won't.
But yeah, and I would say, like, same for you.
No, like, actually, same for me.
Like,
I would always... No, I'm not going to cry.
Okay.
I would always go visit Bria when she was in Atlanta, like every year, like around your birthday, I would always go out, and I was like always going through something every time, and I just remember like we would sit on your couch, this couch right here, actually,
this one right here,
like right when I got there, and we would just like catch up, hash everything out, and unpack everything, and I always would tell you like God literally speaks to me through you. Like, it's the most insane thing. Like, I could be feeling a certain way or like thinking something without even telling you, and you're like talking to me about that feeling
Yeah.
randomly, and I'm just like,
How did you?
like, it's crazy.
No, but you do the same thing.
Yeah.
You really do. And it's wild. Like, I don't know if y'all believe in soulmates, but I'm definitely someone who does. I don't necessarily believe that you only have like one soulmate. I think that you can have a few soulmates. And like how you experience them could be different, but I definitely believe in soulmates. I think that we've traveled many lives together, and like we just got really fortunate to like do this one this close in tandem.
Yeah.
But like you are literally my platonic soulmate. Like
Same.
actually, like really and truly, there's nobody on this planet who like gets me more than she does. Like we share a brain. Like
no, it's actually scary.
Like it's terrifying. Like every time that I'm thinking something, I'm like, bro, I'll go to say it, and then she'll say it, and I'm like, get out of my head. Like, and it'll be the most random stuff.
No, but this is like a reoccurring thing every single day. It's something that we're like, get out of my head.
Like earlier, here's an example. Earlier, I'm setting up this whole thing, and I'm like, I want it to look this way, I want it to look that way, whatever. And I'm like putting the chairs down, and I'm like, I need something in the back. I'm saying this in my head. I'm not even talking out loud, bro. And usually I think out loud, but this time it was just inside my brain.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and I'm like, in my head, I had just got done saying, I'm gonna go take one of the trees that we have upstairs and put it down here. And I look at her, one of the trees.
We just got a forest
upstairs. I'm like, I'm gonna take one of the trees from upstairs. I'm saying this in my head. I look over at her, and she look at me, and she goes, I think we should take one of the trees from upstairs and put it downstairs. And I'm like, get out of my head. Like, I cannot have privacy.
There's no privacy in this household.
Thoughts, because she literally just is always in my head. But that's like such a beautiful thing to like be seen like that, for someone to truly like know you. Yeah. And like know the way that you think and know the way that you operate and like consider you in that way is just like the best feeling in the world. Like,
well, and it's like so refreshing, I feel like, to be in this friendship, and like sometimes we feel things and we don't even like want to talk about it. Yeah. But like I feel your energy, you feel my energy, and we just act accordingly.
Always.
Like always. And it's so nice to not have to always like vocalize like every single feeling, thought, like everything.
Yeah. Like we just like sense it. So like if she's having a rough day or something, and the thing is about Nat is like she's not like a pouter. So she's not going to come in here and like pout around when she's had a rough day. Like she's going to take it to the chin. And I'm the same way. But that's the type of person you have to like lean into more, because you have no idea like what they're holding. And like I just know her energy so much now. The other day we're like talking. I'm not going to say what we were doing. We were gardening. And we love a good garden.
Yeah. We love our plants.
Our flowers. Lovely. We're gardening, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, what are you thinking? And she's like, I'm stressed. And I'm like, I know it. Like, I can like see it. But she's not acting like she's stressed. I just like can tell. Yeah. And then she unpacks all of it, and I'm like, oh my God, like I feel you. Like I like, and then we were able to just like pick each other up in that moment. And I feel like we do that all the time. Like, since living with you, because we've been living together for 2 months now. We need to get to like how this even happened.
Yeah, we will get to that.
We've been living together for 2 months now. And I've never cried more than I have these last 2 months. And like, y'all know me. If you know me, you know I don't be crying.
She's not the emotional one. I'm the emotional one.
I'm not the emotional one. And I've never cried this much. I done cried once a week. And I'm like, what is happening?
We like take turns. Like 1 week she's crying, the next week I'm crying.
Sometimes it's like a
every
day to
yeah.
Like yesterday you were crying, today I'm crying, tomorrow you're crying. But like we do, I think it's because we feel so safe.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time that like, because I've done everything in that. Okay, so that'll transition into like how we got here. Yeah. So last decade, I've done everything myself, like completely alone. I've lived alone. I've taken care of myself financially. I've been pretty much single for the majority of it. And like just really was doing everything by myself. And I also, for a big chunk of that, was not living around my community. So like I was living in what felt like a toxic place for a while, you know, where I'm talking about. I'm not gonna like do too much on that, but not too much on
Not
my
too
girl.
much.
But yeah, I was living in a toxic place for a while. Then I moved to Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta for 3 years, but I had nobody out there.
Which is
And
crazy. Like, I tell everyone, like, you are honestly like the strongest person I know. To pick up and move to a city where you don't know anyone.
no one.
I don't even like sleeping in this house by myself. Like,
For real?
to do that is extremely, like, just so strong.
Thank you.
Yeah, incredible.
Thank you.
I admire you for that.
Thank
Continue.
you.
Just had to say that.
I appreciate you. But yeah, like I was living in Atlanta by myself. A job opportunity brought me there. And it was like one of the best decisions I've ever made to like elevate myself, elevate my career. I started to get practice like being on camera and reading off scripts and all this stuff. So like there was a lot that came from it that was really powerful and evolved me and helped me grow. But it also was the most isolated and alone I've ever been in my life. And so for me, just not having like people around me, I started to get really depressed. And I didn't realize how depressed I was until I'm like in the thick of it. And really like she would come visit me. And when she would leave, I would be like not okay for like a minute. And I don't even think you know like how not okay it was. And like it just made me realize that as much as I've chased a career my whole life, as much as I've chased success and growing, it also came at like a sacrifice of being around my community and being around people I love and being around you. And so then after having these realizations, there was some shifts at work and things changed. And like, I saw a window of opportunity for me to be like, you know what? Like, I want to get back closer to my people. So I'm from California. And right now we're in Vegas. So we live in Vegas, which is hilarious for two girls who don't really drink. Two women. Period. Two women who don't really drink. Two women who don't gamble. Like all the things that people think of in Vegas, we don't do. We're not strippers. Okay.
No, we are not.
Nothing wrong with my girlies.
No.
Y'all do what you do.
And you do it
but
well.
I'm just saying we're not like in Vegas for a lot of the reasons that people be in Vegas. And she's actually born and raised here. Like she grew up in Vegas. So her whole family is here. She has her whole community here.
Yeah.
My whole community is West Coast based. So I was like, you know what? Like I need to get back closer to my people. And I call her one day. Do you remember what phone call I'm talking about?
Yes.
Then you tell it.
This is when you called me.
When I called you and said.
And she's like, should I move to Vegas? Well, no, because you had...
Did I say should or
no?
No, yes.
Okay, so here's actually, because you came to visit me back in like February. And we had this like whole little weekend together. Like I'm taking you all
February
around
of 2024, so literally this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like taking her around to like Pilates. Like we're having like a day as if she lived here. And so I feel like you kind of got a taste of that. And then I got a like taste of like us just being together and like doing life together. And so she calls me one day and she's like.
Out the blue.
Out the blue.
There was nothing that prompted this for her. Like we had never talked about it.
Yeah. Mind you, like, I lived at home with my parents proudly because I'm not going to move out, live with anyone. Like, I don't know.
Just to do that.
Yeah.
And her family, y'all have to know, though, like, her and her family are so close.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're somebody who, like, is in your later 20s or whatever, and you're, like, living with your family or living with your parents, like, don't let nobody tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing with your life at this stage in your life.
Take advantage
of that. Like, for me being on my own for the last 10 years, trust me, baby, if I could still live with my parents all the way up until now, I would have been doing that. So, like...
And it's like you'll never get that time with
back
them.
with your family.
Like, being that age older... being that age
where you can
them.
Be friends with your parents and not like a parent-child relationship.
Like that is something that I really like held on to, and it's so beautiful.
I'm so glad you did it.
Me too. I don't regret it for a second. And like this just happened at the perfect time because I was like, you know what? I'm ready to kind of get out, buy a house, but I really don't want to live alone because I'm kind of like a scary girl. She calls me and she's like, I want to move to Vegas. Would you be down? And I was like, yeah. She's like, no, like actually, like I want to move out there. Would you want to live together? Because she thought I was just like, yeah, like do it. Just.
But also to know me is to know I'd be saying outlandish stuff sometimes.
Yeah, she's always like trying to do something. And so I'm like, yeah. She's like, no, like I want to move to Vegas. Let's live together. Like, let's do this thing. And I was like, let's do it. Not a week later, she puts her house on the market. She tells her job, like, listen, can I be remote? All this stuff. They, thank God, let that happen.
Thank God.
And yeah, and that was a journey. The house, selling your condo, like that was a journey in itself. You were on the market for how long?
6 months.
6 months.
Tyler Perry, he said, when you're about to get to the next level in life, everything will get uncomfortable until it forces you to move. And like, I started to feel like God was telling me, you staying where you are is going to keep you stuck.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to move. And that is how it was feeling. My house was on the market for 6 months. For 3.5 of those months, I was under contract. If you've ever bought and sold a home, being under contract usually takes a month. Okay. 3.5 months. We rewrote my contract 8 times. 8
Crazy.
times. When life feels really, really, really sticky, it's because you are so close to the next level. You're so close to your breakthrough, whatever. And like, best decision I ever made. Because since I've been here, like, I've been so much happier. Like, my mental health has gotten so much better. I just like feel like this is like 1,000% what I needed to do. Like, no doubt about it. But sorry. So
I had come to look at this house without you, and I'm sending her videos, and we loved it. And I was kind of touring apartments and other places, and we just were not vibing with it. And then we fell in love with this house, and she wasn't even here. She didn't see the house, and she's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, okay, perfect.
That's such a me thing to do.
I know.
I just be like, yeah.
And so then you came, and then we like signed everything. And
yeah. And then I literally, we leave straight from this house. She takes me to the airport. I'm waiting for my flight at the gate. I get a call from my realtor.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember this.
Saying,
this is so bad.
I think that the like transaction is going to fall through. And I'm like, you think? You know? What do you mean? Like what? And she's like, pretty much this deal looks like it's dead in the water. And I'm like, I just left the new house that I'm about to get, celebrating with my sister. We put money on this house. Like, we're so excited. And I'm like, well, I can't do both. In this economy? Baby, you want to pay for 2 houses in this economy? Ain't no way. So I'm like, whoa. So then, like, she's going through it too. She's my first phone call. And I'm like, and I know that she's also, like, trying to keep it together for me. Yeah. Obviously, I have a whole house.
Because really, like, you're impacted so much more than me, but, like, emotionally.
But it's still
like, yeah, because we were so excited, so ready. Like, I'm in a place, too, where I feel like moving out of my parents' house, like, I'm going to grow so much. I'm going to get uncomfortable, too. And I was, like, ready for that challenge. But I feel like, ultimately, like, you were so impacted by it. And I felt so terrible for you. Yeah. Because I was like, dang, I wish I was there, like, helping you. You're literally living out of boxes. Like, I felt so bad. Yeah.
It was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. But God worked. God worked. I mean, I remember I literally kept saying, I'm like, God, if this is meant to be, just make it work. Like, if this is meant to be, just make it work. I'm like, please. Everything just worked out. Like, it worked out. I remember I'm like in a restaurant, I get a phone call and they're like, the transaction's going to go through. Like, we can sign the paperwork tomorrow. And I literally, my first phone call was to Nat. I'm like, I could have called anybody, but the first person I'm calling is you.
And I just feel like God works in such beautiful ways because really the timing of when you moved was perfect.
It was the perfect
because
timing.
I feel like it needed to be pushed back a little because there was opportunities that you had at that time
that were in Atlanta.
Yes, like you would have had to fly back and forth like you were
multiple
there.
times if I
Yeah.
wanted to like take those opportunities.
Yeah. And just things that I was doing, I had going on. And then the time that you moved was like perfect timing.
Perfect. Everything is divine
So
timing.
that's the
Divine
thing.
timing. Like, and that's just been the like really the cornerstone of like our relationship too. Like
Yes.
everything's just been very divinely guided.
Yeah.
Like all of it. Adversity really shows you who's for real in your life. And like she held it down through all of it. When I tell you I'm calling this one, I think I texted Natalia like 15 times. Like I'm about to crash out. Like if
I'm like,
you
take
see
deep breaths.
me on the Atlanta highway acting a motherfucking fool, I'm about to crash out. But I didn't, and she really like held it down for me. She really held it down for me. And like she never once made me feel stressed about the situation because it was so out of our control. Like she never once made me feel like, oh my God, this is affecting me too. Like she never made me feel like, oh, I have to be worried about her and me. Because it's really hard moving across the country. Like it's real, and it's my 4th time doing it.
4th time, best time.
4th time, best time. Yeah, I ain't leaving the West Coast again. I'm sorry. Unless I'm going out the country. I might do a couple years in Spain. We'll see. But
I'm coming with you.
You think you was it? You ain't got no choice. I'm taking you with me in a body bag or when you're walking. One of the two. One of the two.
You choose.
But yeah. And now we're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell them how like these last 2 months have been.
Oh my God.
Tell them how much you love me.
No, like actually though, I've never in my life have been more happier. Like it's just so like life is so easy. When we first moved in,
oh God,
we kept saying, because like it felt so surreal. I was like, I feel like you're leaving. Like I don't feel like you're really like staying here. I feel like we're just on like a little vacation and like you're gonna leave. And we would be in our bathroom. So this is really funny.
Oh God.
So we have 4 bedrooms in our house.
Oh yeah.
A primary. 3 other bedrooms.
Let them
we both decided.
Get into the material. No.
Okay, 3 bathrooms, 1 master. No. Okay, so we both couldn't decide who was getting the primary.
We couldn't.
Because we both felt like we both deserved it. She's like, no, like you've been living with your parents, like you deserve it. And I'm like, no, you just left this beautiful penthouse to come live here, like you deserve it. So ultimately, we both picked regular rooms and the primary, because the bathroom's insane. So we both share the bathroom, and the primary is going to be like our Zen room. We're still working on it, but like our Zen, chill, get ready room. And so we're in our bathroom, which is so fun because I feel like our schedules are so opposite. So sometimes we like don't even rarely see each other.
Yeah, we rarely ever like get ready in the bathroom at the same time.
Yeah. So the times that we do, it's cool because we're kind of like catching up. It's like having a sleepover with your best friend like, every single night. And I was telling her, I was like, I feel like you're leaving. I don't feel like you're staying. Like this doesn't feel real. And I was like, I feel like I'm on vacation. Like I go to work, I come home, and I feel like I'm on vacation. And I was like, what a blessing to literally feel like your life is a vacation.
Yeah. And
that's all I can ask for.
And it is.
Like it's so peaceful. It's just such like, it's like our little bubble.
It is.
We don't want to escape.
No, we never want to leave it. And I've been on her ass lately about like Natalya.
Yeah, she's like, we need to get out. And I'm like, but it's so nice in here.
I know, it is. And like, I be saying that, but I don't.
She doesn't want to leave either.
I do nothing about it. I don't want to leave the house either. But it's so true. We'll be getting ready at the same time every once in a while. Be sitting there and I'm like, this is really our lives. Nat and I are the exact same age. So we're both 28. We both are financially independent. So we take care of ourselves. But we're both financially independent and we're both single. And we both have like very similar routines, outlooks, mindsets. So when else would you get the opportunity other than literally right now to do life with your sister, literally. At this age, like, it's different when you're in college and you're spending all this time together. Like, you're broke, you're trying to figure it out. Like,
yeah, like you have class, you take a test, you come home, like whatever.
yeah, but you're not
Like this is real life.
this is this shit for real.
Yeah,
like she has a bad day at work, and it's like really a bad day at work.
Yeah,
like, and it's things are stressful, but you're going through like the hard things together. But you're also going through the really good moments together. Like,
yes.
Yesterday, we had so much to celebrate because I got a little small win for the pod that I was really excited about. I don't need to like share what it is, but it just made me really happy. She had a really big sale at work yesterday after we had like really spent a lot of time like praying and thinking about, and I've been praying for her, and she's been praying for like something like this to happen, and then it literally happened. And
Divine
we just
timing.
had divine timing. Yo, she sold a damn near $200,000 watch yesterday. Like, this girl is not playing no game. Hey, if you need Cartier,
here she go.
Give my girl a call.
Let me know,
because she got it. But yeah, she sold this big watch. It's holiday season. Like, that was really important for her. Like, she was stressed about it. And we're so geeked yesterday. And it's like, we get to celebrate that with each other. Like, there's nobody in my life that I root for more than her. But there's also no one in my life who roots for me more than she does. And now we get to like do it in
together,
real life.
Because it's so like genuinely reciprocated.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to see you win so bad.
So bad. And it's crazy. Like, I just like, I don't know. I have so much love for you. And there's no type of envy, jealousy, nothing like that. And there's so many relationships that I feel like that is very present. And because
like the underlying.
Yeah. But you're just like that one person that I know, if I call her and I tell her this like big win, she is like jumping for joy with me.
Literally.
She's not like low-key hating or like wishing like, damn, like I wish, you know, that would happen. Like, no, it's like genuine love and, you know, support. Yeah.
And like, my thing is jealousy is like a normal human emotion.
Very normal.
Very normal. But what jealousy really tells you is what you truly want in life. It's not what the other person's doing. It's the fact that you want what they got. And you need to recognize that about yourself. I'm jealous because I really want what they have. It's okay to want what people have. It's okay to want certain things. But it's not okay to take it out on them because you don't have it. That's what I don't mess with at all. And so like me and her, we're always just like, bro, there's so many times that I just like, I feel like your wins are my wins.
Because they are. Because if you're up here, you're bringing me up here with you, and like vice versa.
And vice versa.
It's not like you're going to be like, okay, bye, peace.
When you sit on the top shelf, you're not worried about the books on the bottom.
No. No.
No, but I'm very grateful that like we have this bond and this relationship and this friendship. Yeah. And it's a sisterhood. Like, it's not even just a friendship, it's a sisterhood. I would die for this girl. Like, period. I would take a bullet for you for sure.
For sure.
I don't know about you. You a little scared.
I am.
Maybe I'm gonna grab you. Around me.
Maybe I'm gonna grab you and like pull you out the way.
You out the way. Me, I'm like, hit first. No. No, but I really do like love where we're at in this journey. Y'all are gonna see a lot more of her because I feel like
get used to it.
Get used to it. She that girl. No, but like I'm very grateful for where we're at. I'm grateful for the opportunities that we've been given. I know it's only up from here. I'm excited to take y'all along on the journey. I really want you to know her because to know her is to know me. Truly. And if you're someone who supports me, which thank you. I love you bad. I could kiss you through this camera right now. But if you support me, you're also supporting her. And like the thing, a lot of what I do is like motivated and driven by like the love that I have for my people. And she's very much so one of those people. So thank you for showing up for me because you're showing up for her in the process. And that means a lot to me. And the more that you get to know her, the more you'll get to know me. And she's also, let me just say, like, we don't do everything in tandem. She's an individual who does incredible, amazing things, who has her own personality, who has her own light. And I can't wait for y'all to see it. And we laugh a lot, we joke a lot, we cry a lot, we pray a lot, we do a lot of things. And I'm excited for y'all to just see all of it because it's our truth.
Yeah.
It really is. Anything else you want to say to the people before we wrap this episode?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be on this podcast. This is so not me. I'm like very private.
She is.
And you just like stay pulling me out of my comfort zone. And I really appreciate you for that. Because this is only just going to help me grow. But I'm very excited. You really speak light into me, into people.
Thank you.
And what you do is beautiful. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
This podcast is beautiful.
Thank you.
So.
The B is for beautiful.
Beautiful.
Period, sissy, you did that. She came up with this one today. Yeah. But I'm so excited. I can't wait for y'all to get to know her more. I feel like people need to see you in the way that I see you. It's a beautiful thing. The world needs to experience more people like this.
And if you have friendships like this, like really cherish those. Like put so much energy into them because they only make you grow. And this is what life's about. Honestly.
For real.
Yeah.
We're meant to be in community, and I'm thankful I have mine.
Yes.
I love you.
Love you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tune into other episodes because she's going to be on them, and I'm so excited for y'all to get to know her more. But yeah, today the B is for beautiful. And you all are so beautiful. Tag your best friend. Share with us maybe some adversity or like journeys that you've gone through, how you got here. Want to know y'all's stories. Follow, obviously, her. I'm going to put it right here. Okay? Follow her. Follow the pod page at the BS4 podcast on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on every streaming platform there possibly is.
Every single
the
one.
Audio is on there. So you have no excuse not to listen to it. You can do both. Watch, listen, whatever.
Share? Repost?
Yeah. Let them know.
What
else?
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so easy for people to repost and support people that you all don't even know. Support your people. Support your friends. Like, it should be even easier to do that. So a repost, a like, a comment, like that could change their lives. So do that. Support your people.
Period. Let them know.
I just had to say that.
Not she's coming for the one. She's like, don't play with my girl.
Repost her.
Or she's not going to come for you.
No, I wouldn't.
We're too pretty for that. No.
Don't get on my bad side.
I'm playing. Also, y'all should know the real me, the real true me comes out when I'm talking to her. So what y'all see?
The real crackhead. No, but same.
Okay, well, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tune into next week's episode. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. But I hope you have a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Bye.